All right. Before I do anything, let me see if this works because something happened with our live here. Let's see. Okay, we're good now. That was odd. All right. Welcome everybody into the live stream today. My name is Rob Salso. I am an admin for EWV. Oh, forgot to mute that. Hold on. Hold on. I forgot to mute this. So you guys don't hear double of me. We don't want that. Okay, there we go. Welcome everybody. My name is Rob South, so I'm an EWB admin here. Today we have a double risk, as you can see, for severe weather across portions of the Ozarks and into New York. Um, so as you can see here, today's going to be, we didn't think we were going to have a double slight risk, but it kind of crept up on us here as I woke up this morning and I saw this. So let's go ahead and go over what we have right now. We do have a 5% tornado risk outlined here in central New York, as you can see here. So we might see some tornado potential up there, some quick updrafts. We don't have a lot of ingredients today for long lasting, long track tornadoes, kind of like what we were talking about last night, and a small 2% area there in Arkansas. So tornadoes not going to be the main picture today. Wind, a little different. We have a 15% area for both Arkansas, Missouri, and up into New York and Vermont. So keep an eye on that. Our biggest risk today here, at least in Arkansas, is the hail, as well as a small area of a 5% area here in Texas. So that is what we have today, and we also have a severe thunderstorm watch that we have at this time. This is going to be for portions of northern Arkansas, far southern Illinois, extreme western Kentucky, and southern Missouri till 9 p.m. Central. Primary hazards in this watch are going to be scattered large hail and isolated very large events to 2.5 inches diameter possible, scattered damage and wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour possible, and a tornado or two also are possible today. And as we can see here on radar, we already have some severe weather ongoing here for portions of those areas. So let's go ahead and take a quick look what we have right now. We firstly have storms here in Missouri and Arkansas border. For this severe thunderstorm warning, that's for northern Randolph County. This is going to be near Dalton, moving to the east at 25 miles per hour. 60-mile per hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail is occurring in this storm. And if you are living near the area of Maynard, over here near Jarrett, Palestine, Breakville, you need to be ready for that hail that's coming in. I believe in this northern portion of the severe thunderstorm, they reported ping pong ball size hail. So if you're in Missouri, Tucker, Liebig, Burr, just keep an eye on that. So that's that storm, but that's not it. We currently have more storms initiating here into southeastern Missouri, just north of the Boot Heel here. The biggest risk with these storms is going to be 6 mile per hour winds and quarter size hail. This is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for tennis ball size hail from emergency management. Wow. Look at the hail on that, guys. So if you're near Interstate 55 between mile markers 84 and 89, you need to be careful for that. So if you're in Oran right now, you're about to get pummeled with some pretty large hail. Let's go ahead and take a look at the vertically integrated liquid here, which shows us how big that hail is and how it's coming down. Yeah, look at that dark purple right near Perkins, Candy Creek. These areas need to be keeping a really close eye and make sure that they need to get into a carport or into a garage very quickly. If you're driving across the 77 or the 61 in near Benton, you need to get into your homes if you're in a car. Also, we have a severe thunderstorm warning up here just west of Cobden coming into Illinois. The biggest threat of this storm is going to be ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile per hour winds. Is just going to be near Daisy for northeastern Bollinger, south central Perry, and northwestern Cape Girardeau counties in Missouri. So that's what we have going over here, but we're not done, ladies and gentlemen. We have storms also in Ohio and Pennsylvania again today. We have a semi-discrete line of storms here. This storm looks pretty interesting near Greenville. Looks like this one is just about to expire. The hazard here is 60 mile per hour wind. So this is kind of what we're watching once we get into New York here. as we have better environment for severe weather to sustain itself. Dew points are in the 50s and 60s, all the way up in Schenectady. That is unheard of. So, if you're living in New York, Utica, you know, what's this, Norwich, Cortland, Auburn, over there near Rochester, you need to keep a close eye today on the hail potential and the wind gust here today as this warm front evects north into Vermont. But the cap has not broken just yet in New York. Um, these storms, however, will be something to watch as it crosses into New York here. So, other than that, though, we do not have a lot going on. Let's go down here in Texas, see if there's any storms initiating. Not quite yet. So, like I said, our biggest story is going to be up here in Arkansas. We are expecting the cap to break here in central Arkansas and northwestern Arkansas later today. Might be live. This storm over here, just east of Huntsville, nothing to worry about right now, but that could be something to keep an eye on as this cap starts to break and storm starts to fire along this surface boundary. So, like I said, big story here is the storms in southeastern Missouri and the storms in Pennsylvania. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning in Missouri up here just near the Waynesville and Dixon area. Looks like the biggest threat here is golf ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here. They actually did have a report here a little bit ago of 1.25-inch hail by and near Iberia and Miller counties, I believe that is. I could be wrong. And we have a report of thunderstorm wind damage. So if you're near this severe thunderstorm, it does have a history of large hail and wind damage as it traverses through central Missouri. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. We are here to answer your questions, and hopefully you all are doing well. Let me go ahead and put just the radar on for you guys. Okay. That should be good. One thing I will note is there's a lot of lightning embedded into these supercells. I mean, you can see it. Just a lot of lightning. So that's something to keep an eye on as we go throughout the day here. Welcome in, Raul. Puerto Rico. Let's go take a look at Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Yeah, so it looks like you do have some multi-cells coming into Puerto Rico right now. Unfortunately, I do not speak Spanish, so if you're asking if there's storms in Puerto Rico, I will say sí. Sí, there is storms in Puerto Rico. You can see here storms just south of Salinas, Santa Isabel, Guayama. Definitely getting some rainfall here in Puerto Rico, so keep an eye on that over there. So definitely keep an eye on that. So like I said, guys, honestly, the only things we have right now is these storms here in Missouri and down there in Pennsylvania. I mean, I guess we could talk about the flooding situation. As you guys know, we have a enhanced risk tomorrow for portions of. Let me just show you here so I can just give you guys a heads up on what tomorrow's looking like. So as you can see, tomorrow we have a large area of enhanced risk here for portions of Oklahoma all the way up stretching into northern Wisconsin. So if you're in these areas and need enhanced risks, you need to keep a very close eye tomorrow as we could have tornadoes, damaging tornadoes, large hail, and very damaging wind gusts. As we can see here with the tornado potential for tomorrow, let's see, there is a, wow, what is this, a 30% area, I think? No, 10% tornado risk. Does have a CIG1, or is that 2? No, sorry. This has a 1 surrounding it where you have these hatched left to top right, but where you see this area here for Cedar Rapids, down here near, Darlington, Platteville, Reedsburg, over here near Clinton, Davenport, down there near Galesburg and Burlington, where you see this hatched area, the one that has the black outline, that is your strongest tornado potential for tomorrow. So, that's something we need to really monitor as we go forward. A lot of these areas have been hit with a lot of rain and a lot of severe weather lately, which is not a good thing. they definitely could use a break because they just been getting hammered over and over with these storm systems that's coming in. So definitely praying for everybody out there tomorrow. Make sure y'all have your alerts, multiple ways to receive them tomorrow and tomorrow night. So, but not like I said, we don't only have a tornado thing going on tomorrow. We have a wind risk tomorrow too. You can see here, 45% wind risk here for portions of Kansas City down near Burlington, Kansas, up into Centerville and Ottumwa, Iowa, even into portions here of northeastern Missouri. So, this area needs to keep a really close eye, especially extending all the way up into, parts of Janesville, Wisconsin, up into Reedsburg, Madison, Cedar Rapids, Galesburg, Peoria. A lot of these areas need to keep a really close eye, even down here all the way near like Winfield, Sedan, and parts of Missouri near just north of Carthage. So, excuse me. And then the last thing is the hail risk tomorrow. Not looking as actually, hold on. I think we have a SIG 1 tomorrow. Yeah, we have a SIG 1 tomorrow for hail. So we have a double area here for 30% hail risk tomorrow. The first area here is for portions of Oklahoma, Kansas into Kansas City and western Missouri. Our second area here is for portions of Davenport all the way up into Dubuque, all the way up into Wausau here in Wisconsin. So keeping a close eye on these areas. Could honestly see these two combine, possibly, because they're so close in proximity, these 30% hail risk areas. So, like I said, keep a close eye on these. We'll be giving you guys updates throughout the day tomorrow. We will be going live tomorrow night as these storms start kicking off in the late afternoon, early evening hours. So make sure you follow us and subscribe and join our Discord. Our Discord, we will have lots of updates as well. So there you go. Hopefully, you guys are ready for that tomorrow. All right, let's get back to our storms here. We currently have 15 severe thunderstorm warnings on the board. I think there's a couple new warnings as I was talking. And yes, so we have this warning here just near Whitewater and Allenville. Now they're saying golf ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here. This is going to be for southeastern Bollinger, northwestern Scott, and southern Cape Girardeau counties in Missouri until 4 p.m. This is going to be near Leopold or near Marble Hill, moving east at 30 miles per hour. So if you're near the area, you need to be wary of that hail and as well as the wind gusts coming in. We have the storm in front of it that just went SVR'd as well. This is going to be for southwestern Pulaski, central Alexander, north central Mississippi, and central Scott counties in Missouri and Illinois now till 4:15 p.m. with 2-inch hail as the threat. So definitely seeing storms start to initiate off of this area here. A lot of cap breaking here, as you would expect with today's risk area. That's why they got this, severe thunderstorm watches. We have this cap starting to break. And we also have a new severe thunderstorm warning here just near Arkansas and Missouri on this, supercell on the border. This one goes till 3:45 with golf ball size hail. So hail, the big story here in these storms in Missouri and Arkansas so far. So hopefully everybody is staying safe today. Hopefully you guys are prepared for tomorrow as well, like we said. Today is not going to be as intense as tomorrow's will be. Tomorrow's going to be a pretty intense day when it comes to severe weather compared to today and even yesterday. Believe it or not, yesterday was probably closer to an enhanced than today is going to be. But all things considered, tomorrow is going to be a very big day for the Midwest and portions of the plains. So hopefully you all are ready and prepared for that. And thank you, for watching us. So yeah, starting to see some storms here just forming near Wycliffe and Cairo in Kentucky too. So Kentucky might have to keep a close eye. They might extend this severe thunderstorm watch a little bit more east. These storms are splitting supercells are really starting to get their act together when it comes to the hail. We might have some pretty large hail reports here as it gets into Illinois and Kentucky. So places like Vienna, Metropolis, Paducah, Kentucky keep a close eye on this cell here that we just talked about, just west of Mound City. This is the storm you need to keep a close eye on. It has a history of producing very large hail. So, like I said, if you're outside driving, please make sure you get indoors at this time if you're driving around or if you are outside at any point today because things are dangerous hail wise. Back here in Ohio and Pennsylvania, we still have a few severe thunderstorm warnings here on these semi-discrete cells coming into New York and Pennsylvania. This one that's just near Franklin, Pennsylvania, this has 6 mile per hour wind gust. And this one to the north is just a special weather storm, but it's good to keep an eye on it because it is producing 50 mile per hour winds just near Meadville, Pennsylvania. So if you're near Meadville, Union City, keep an eye on that. And then this this little area here is going to move into Utica, Pennsylvania, Sugar Creek, Franklin, Woodland Heights, and Oil City. So keep a very close eye on these storms here in Pennsylvania, also, guys. Definitely don't want to forget about this area here in Pennsylvania for the wind risks, especially today. So, definitely keeping an eye on that here. So, hope you guys are having a good day. Like I said, today's been pretty good. Preparing for tomorrow's severe weather, preparing for being on live longer tomorrow. Today we're just gonna do an hour and a half live stream. I'm not gonna be on live long today. I just want to do a quick little update about tomorrow as well. That's why I also went live today. We'll have Joey and the other crew tomorrow too, hopefully, when we have that enhanced risk set up tomorrow. So we thank you all for hanging out with us, and hopefully everybody is doing well. Hopefully everybody is doing well. So I'll be right back. Thanks for hanging out with us as always. Let me go put on the radio for you guys, and you guys can watch this. I'm gonna be right back. Just gonna get some water. All right, guys, I am back. Thank you for sticking around there for a minute. Like I said, we are keeping an eye on this complex of severe weather just entering into western Pennsylvania at this time. So, let's see what's going on in New York right now. I'm not sure there's any convection just yet. There are some storms up here, not severe at this time, but all in all, oh, okay. So we do have some storms actually just here near Rutland, Vermont, just to the north of Glen Falls and Fort Edward. So if you're near these areas, definitely keep a close eye. Um, these could go severe. This little cluster here of non-severe storms. Let's see. East northeast at 40 miles per hour impacts. There's not much impacts. It doesn't say. I don't think it says like how intense it is. I don't think. Let me check this one up here. This one's a hail marker. Half an inch. So yeah, these storms are non-severe right now. So I was just thought I'd look and see if there's anything that was going on, but there's not. So good for now for that. Let's go back down here into Missouri and Arkansas. We still, like I said, have a few severe thunderstorm warnings over here. This one that's just near Grand Tower, that one still goes until 4 p.m. just near north of Trail of Tear State Park. 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. This one's going to come in right south of Carbondale, as you can see. It's going to go just south of Carbondale, maybe even into Carbondale. So we'll have to keep a really close watch on this one here. And also the one here just coming into Kentucky and into Illinois. So again, we have a few severe thunderstorm warnings in portions of Missouri and Arkansas, and we have a few up there in Pennsylvania and into Ohio. Like I said, I'm not seeing a lot of initiation right now. I am seeing a little bit, maybe right here, but not a lot so far. Let's look in Tulsa. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot right now. Things are still kind of getting their way. We do have a little storm here, just west of Brackettsville and Del Rio, but other than that, guys, not seeing a whole lot today. So, I guess one thing we could talk about here, let me go ahead and share this. This is something we could talk about. Let me go ahead and do this. Just so you guys could see the flooding risk for tomorrow, because that's something I wanted to bring up as well. And let me see if you could see this. Let me go ahead and... Alright. Give it a second to load. It's taking quite a bit to load up here, but... Oh, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning here in Missouri. We got this storm here. Just to the south of, let's see, Fredericktown near Greenville. So this is going to be Greenville, Missouri. Bollinger and Wade counties, ping pong size hail. Wow. That just came up too, and it's already showing ping pong ball size hail. That's, wow. See, these hailstorms are like quick hitting. Like, they're kind of like yesterday where they grow up in size. You know, you have the updraft that's supporting the lapse rates and, the clouds, and these hailstorms are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger with that, the updrafts that are going into the storm. So we're seeing a lot of these large hail, reports. And even this storm here, just northwest of Wapapello, could go severe thunderstorm warning just because of the way it's looking. Half-inch hail, 20% severe. So keep an eye on that one there. That's going to go right toward Zalma. That's Zalma in Missouri. So, all right, let's see if this website's loaded up now. Yep, here we go. It's gonna take a minute. I'm trying to show you guys the. Is this the right website? It should be. Oh, it is. I refreshed it too early. That's why it was too early to refresh it. All right, let me exit out some tabs. Probably using a lot of resources. All right, so here we go. So I just wanted to show you some of the rain gauges here for portions of Wisconsin and why this is a concern for tomorrow. Can you guys see that? Okay. Yeah, you guys can see it. Okay. So we have a few here. I'm just going to go over a few. There's a lot of them here that are purple. These purple ones means that there's major flooding ongoing here in rivers, creeks, things like that. This one's going to be in Michigan. As you can see here, right now is at 19 feet storm surge at this moment. 19 feet. So it is expected to go down, which is good news. But this is definitely not good. I mean, this is a lot of rain. They already have a flood warning in effect. So there's that there, just near the Manistee River near Sherman. As we go a little bit south here for the Muskegon River, this is kind of what we've been watching too here the last few days for the flooding and the things like that. So this is actually expected to go up to 20 feet of storm surge. Or sorry, not storm surge. 20 feet of 20 feet peak here. And then going down here hopefully soon by the end of the week next week. So And then also another one we want to look at here is up near Wisconsin. It's going to be this one right here near the Portage River. This one is expected to stay up because we have those storms coming in and then go down as we get toward the 23rd, a week from today. So definitely not a good thing here that we're getting a lot of these flooding, and this is definitely not a good thing. We have a flood watch here. Could even get more than what they're showing if there's a flood watch, but this is near the Wolf River. So, like I said, a lot of flooding ongoing from these, training supercells and severe thunderstorms here. This one is expected to go back up, which is not good. So, this is something we need to keep a really close eye on because, like I said, we're gonna have training supercells tomorrow into Wisconsin, Iowa, just like we did yesterday. And it's good they're getting a break today. They needed the break today, but tomorrow I'm really concerned about these different areas that are going to get more rainfall. So definitely keeping an eye on that for tomorrow. So just want to show you guys that just to kind of give you a snapshot of how the flooding has gotten since all the severe weather they've been getting. Absolutely not good. So as we get back to our severe weather here, we have just a few severe thunderstorm warnings here. This storm near Greenville is starting to get a little bit of a small appendage to it. I don't think it's going to be tornado warning because the environment today is not supportive for it, but you never know. Things happen sometimes, and that is something we need to keep a close eye on. So, we also have storms here in central Missouri. We have a couple storms here just to the northeast of that severe thunderstorm warning. This is a considerable severe thunderstorm with 2-inch hail. So a lot of these severe warnings are either considerable or tornado possible or destructive, and that's definitely not a good thing. That we're getting 60 mile or 70 mile per hour gusts or 2-inch hail or larger with these storms that are going through Missouri. So they're gonna get more storms tomorrow, which is another thing I'm worried about too. We could get some more flooding here for portions of Missouri as well. So that's something to keep an eye on. Let's go back up here in New York. Oh, we have a tornado warning on the board. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what they are saying. So, tornado warning here. First one of the day. I think so. This will be for central Venango County in Pennsylvania till 5 p.m. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located over Franklin, moving east at 50 miles per hour. This is radar indicated rotation. Let's take a look at the velocity here, just so we see what they're seeing. Let's go look at a different radar. Let's go look at this one. I mean, you can kind of see it a little bit, but it's kind of hard because we're behind the storm. So let's look at storm relative. You can kind of see a little bit, like right here, but it's pretty hard to see. MROT doesn't show anything, so I'm kind of confused why they put a tornado warning on that. Maybe it's because this little appendage right here, possibly, maybe that's what I was thinking, maybe. So keep an eye on that as we get into Pennsylvania here. Yeah, there's just not a lot of radars to see what this looks like right now. It's anything we're gonna look at mid to upper lower rotation. So keep an eye on that. They're just near Franklin. So if you live in Oil City or Rouseville in Pennsylvania, you need to get to your safe place at this time. Excuse me. You need to get to your safe place at this time. We do have a tornado warning there, so just a heads up on that. I mean, other than that, I'm not seeing a whole lot right now. New York. So, alright. I'll be back in 1 second, guys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Sorry about that. I had to take care of something really fast. I do apologize. All right, we're good to go. Sorry about that, guys. So, I mean, this storm might go SVR. This one's starting to look a little bit better. The hail is starting to show up a little bit, so that one could go, but right now it's just hard to tell. So, yeah, we're keeping an eye on this tornado warning here in Pennsylvania, first one of the day. Um, so also we also have some storms firing up here in Indiana and Michigan. Wasn't expecting to see this today, but we do have some storms up here. Could also see some severe thunderstorm warnings up here in Michigan today, especially this storm here just to the south of Springfield and Battle Creek. So, I mean, could definitely see something up there. Um, but yeah, other than that, I mean, I'm not seeing. Let's see what's going on in Wisconsin. Hopefully, nothing. Oh, thank goodness. They just need a break today. They really do. So I'm glad to see that they're not getting a lot of rain. So, like I said, these storms over here could see a severe thunderstorm warning. Fort Wayne, you guys need to be, wary. 40-mile-per-hour winds could get some tree limbs or some small branches thrown around there. So, just a little heads up there. Um, let's see here. Is there anything going on in Iowa? No. Good. All right. Sorry about that, yo. All right. So still keep an eye on these storms. Like I said, Paducah, you do have these little cells down here heading your direction. So just heads up if you live near Paducah. You got some storms coming into your area here. So just keep an eye on that if you live in Paducah. All right. So if you're just joined us here, my name is Rob Salso. I am a admin for EWV. Welcome in. We are watching here the weather that's ongoing here for portions of the Ozarks and the Ohio and Pennsylvania Valley, New York Valley. We do have a enhanced risk tomorrow for portions of Wisconsin and portions of the Midwest down toward Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri. So we are not done when it comes to severe weather. We still have plenty of severe weather to keep an eye on here. As you can see, we have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings for portions of Arkansas, up in Missouri, even into near the Boot Heel. So definitely keep a close eye. We do have a tornado warning as well over here near Franklin, Pennsylvania, that we are keeping an eye on. I'm not seeing a whole lot of rotation. It might be just because the radar is a little bit too far from where this tornado warning is. So, oh, you can see a little bit right there. So, like I said, if you're near Sugar Creek, Galloway, Oil City, I would definitely keep a close eye on this little appendage here. Could see some rotation coming in. So, make sure that you are staying vigilant and staying aware. Like I said, just west of Woodland Heights and Reno, Pennsylvania. Franklin, you're going to be getting this right now. So if there is a brief touchdown, I mean, this could happen between scans. We said this yesterday during the live. During days like this where you don't have a lot of instability, but you do have decent wind shear and decent lapse rates, you could definitely get a decent brief tornado out of these. Not long track, like I said. Today's not the day for that. Tomorrow, however, could be the day for long track tornadoes, as we have a enhanced risk with I think it was a 15% tornado risk tomorrow. So definitely going to have to keep a close eye on that. We also have some storms forming down here just near Washington, Canonsburg. These don't look too good, convective wise. So not to worry about those. Over in Ohio here, a couple storms are in New Philadelphia that are be coming in, and then New York here. Gonna be seeing some more severe weather as we get into later today into the nighttime hours. So Oh, that storm near Rochester doesn't look too bad. So if you're near Rochester here, this storm's gonna be coming in near New Greece. And then we also have a couple severe thunderstorms, well, non severe thunderstorms in northern New York and down here near Vermont to New York border. So we are keeping a close eye here on multiple areas. And we also have some non severe storms here in portions of Indiana and Michigan. So, did they issue a new Mexico discussion? Yes, they did. So, this is for the severe thunderstorm watch. They are going to be continuing it. Threat for large hail and damage wind continues within this weather watch. So, we are not done here with this weather complex in southern Missouri, western Illinois, western Kentucky, and northern Arkansas. Activity continues across southern Missouri into northeast Arkansas. A few discrete cells have developed with a history of hail 2 to 2.75 inches. Given the moderate strong instability and steep lapse rates across the region, expect supercells to continue to pose a threat for large to very large hail over the next couple of hours. West Arkansas initiation. Guys could use a few isolated cells could develop across the region. So this might be just me saying this, but I think that this stuff over here, I mean this looks a little better. But I think the stuff here in western Arkansas is going to take a little bit longer to initiate than this stuff here in Missouri. So, do we have a new tornado warning? I just heard a beep 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 from my end. Or is that just an update? Oh yeah, they just trimmed this. So, like I said, this tornado warning in Pennsylvania remains in effect till 5 p.m. in northeastern Venango County. They have reported a rotation near Route 417 east of Cooperstown. So if you're near there, definitely want to be in your shelter at this time. Seeing a little bit of rotation here just to the west side of Oil City. So this area right here, we need to keep a really close eye on, just on that south side of Rooseville. So if you're near the area, Route 17, you need to be in your safe places at this time in case this does drop a quick, brief spin up. Other than that, though, guys, nothing quite yet here. Um, is this a new severe thunderstorm warning? Yeah, this one's gonna be remaining in effect till 5 p.m. for Mercer, Butler, Lawrence counties, 6 mile per hour wind. So, still keep an eye, and it looks like these are starting to split a little bit near Corning and Dado. So they did issue this severe thunderstorm warning for portions of northwestern Clay County in Arkansas, 2-inch hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts. I wonder if there's any like has cams I can look at. There's not. I don't think there's literally any chasers out today. Let's see if there's any people staging anywhere. I'm gonna kind of look up here in Iowa. I don't think there is. Who's up here near Des Moines? Brad Arnold's up there. He's just sitting there waiting for tomorrow's Civet. And then up in Wisconsin, I'm not seeing anybody. So everybody is still getting ready for tomorrow's severe weather. So we also have these storms up here in central Missouri, just east of Village of the Four Seasons in Tuscumbia. These are going to be mostly a hail threat, 1 to 2 inches. So, and that's the rainfall. My bad. That's not the hail threat. $half size hail. So, that's what we're seeing there. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know. We are keeping an eye on these storms here. Paducah, you got to watch this cell here to your west near Mound City. That is going to be coming straight toward you. So if you live in Paducah, La Center, over here near Lone Oak, Future City, West Paducah, Woodville, this is going to go right over the radar site, this hailstorm here. So 2-inch hail here just near, let's see, where is this? This is just near Cache and Miller City in Missouri. So keep a close eye on that. Let's see. I'm gonna look at this Fayetteville has game and see what they're seeing, like cloud tops and stuff like that. Oh man, there's not a lot of cloud breaks. You could see that. I mean, That's definitely not a good thing that there's that much clouds. You would want a little bit more, sun to peek through for, heating of the day, but there's just not a lot of it in Fayetteville. So this might take a little longer to initiate, guys, here in Western Arkansas, which could be, good news. So Little Rock, you're not going to be seeing a lot of severe weather. It's going to be really north of you, anywhere from, let's see, anywhere north of the I-40 is going to see severe weather today, north of Little Rock. So Little Rock, you're going to be just fine today. Um, but if you're near like Mountain Home, Heber Springs, Harrisville, Jonesboro, Fayetteville, you guys need to keep a close eye on this. This storm over here just near Everton, going to be coming toward Flippin and Gassville, as well as Mountain Home. So keep an eye on that one. We have multiple reports here of 1.5-inch hail on these splitting supercells and clusters. We have a report here of 1.75-inch hail just near Orrin and Scott 15 minutes ago. So, like I said, a lot of these storms are hail makers. A lot of lightning, as you can see. Nothing too concerning in terms of tornado potential. These aren't staying discreet enough to see long track, supercells. These are, most of these are just going to be hail threats, most likely. So, large hail, though, that needs to be noted. The large hail is definitely going to be the threat for those storms. So, don't. Oh, and look at that. They just put out a Metascale discussion for this area here. Unlikely at this time, however. 5% with a couple damaging wind gusts in the afternoon for portions of Indiana, Ohio, and Michigan. So, along back to our tornado ring here near Oil City. This rotation is just to the east of just to the east of Dempseytown near Cherry Tree. So if you're in Rouseville, south of Cherry Tree, near Rind Farm, you need to be in your shelter still. If you're in Franklin, you can probably get out of your shelter soon. Franklin should be good, I think. If you're in Franklin, you guys, I think they're gonna. Well, you're out of the warning, so you're good. So Franklin, Pennsylvania, you're good to go. Rooseville, Cherry Tree, you need to stay in your shelters at this time. I think they're going to let this expire because I'm not seeing a lot of rotation in this. It's very, very, very broad. So I do believe they're going to allow this to expire here in Pennsylvania, which is good. So hopefully that will expire soon. And then we'll be live until probably a little bit after the top of the hour here at 5 o'clock Eastern. We'll be probably live till around 5:15, 5:20. Like I said, I'm not doing a very long live stream today. Just a quick one. Just kind of go over tomorrow's severe weather and look at today's. So nothing too crazy there when it comes to today's severe weather. This storm that's just coming into Rutland does look decent. 10% severe at this time, so it's getting there, but not quite where it needs to be for a severe thunderstorm warning. Is this a New Mexico discussion? I think it is. Yep, this just came out just now. They're continuing this, and they might be spreading that a little bit south. There is an open cumulus field across southwestern Oklahoma over the last 2 hours. Forcing in this region is generally weak, with the shortwave trough to the north of the dry mid-level air noted in the water vapor. Strong heating is occurring. That's good to know. Well, not good to know, but like in convective terms, that's good to know that they'll have, severe weather. A lot of these places need rain too, you know what I mean? 60 to 70 dew points, Cape, 3,000 joules of mixed layer Cape. So we are looking at severe weather coverage to increase in this area as they are denoting a CU field. Let's see if we can see that on satellite. Let's go to the visible. We can see on the visible, I think. So yeah, I am seeing a little bit of a CU field just coming into Atoka. You can see these little spots of like these little spotty clouds you can see here. This is your cumulus field. This is what we're gonna watch for severe weather today. So that's something we need to keep an eye on. A lot of cloudiness here in, like we were seeing in Fayetteville, and that's gonna limit severe weather here, especially if your mid layers are dry. That's what we call a cap. Just little weather 101. There's more to it than just this, but this is just a little bit of a quick cheat when it comes to looking at a cap. When you have a lot of cloudiness and not a lot of sun peeking through the clouds, the ground is not warm enough. So you need that warmth to kind of come in. And you can see here, look at the dew points here. I mean, you have 70, but like look at west of there. You have 69, 72. So, it's trying to get primed up for that severe weather to initiate, along with everything else that needs to happen, like we saw in that Mexico discussion. So until that occurs, not going to see severe weather for northwest Arkansas for right now. But in the very near future, we probably will tonight. We have this ragged cell just to the north of Western Grove that we are keeping an eye on other than that. So there is that. Oh, they just updated this, I think. I don't think they're going to let it expire just yet. They might. They're still seeing rotations, so we will probably go live until this goes off the board, most likely. Maybe a little bit of rotation just to the south of Grandview and Walnut Bend there, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of rotation in this storm right now. I'm really not. It's very broad. Very, very, very broad at this time. So if you're near the area, just keep an eye on this. So they did put a new severe thunderstorm warning. They were reporting trees down just south of Utica, Pennsylvania. So if you're near there, be careful. That is good to know that they are reporting that, just in case people don't know. So if you are near the area, stay safe. Don't drive into roadways with debris from, wind damage and things like that. So that is definitely something we need to keep an eye on, is the wind risk up here in Pennsylvania coming into New York. As we get to the second half of today, they did issue a special weather statement on this severe non-severe thunderstorm warning. I'm sorry, guys. Doing the weather for the last 5 days has been a lot, so I'm sorry if I'm saying the wrong thing. I do apologize. This storm is moving east at 35 near Pulteney Village. Wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour and a half-inch hail. So it is looking like this could be our next severe thunderstorm warning in New York. And I just heard a noise. New tornado warning. And they're going to extend it. Wow. They still see rotation in this tornado warning. Let's see what they're saying. This is going to be for Forest and northeastern Venango counties in Pennsylvania till 5:15. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado just northwest of Tionesta, 11 miles northeast of Oil City, moving east at 50 miles per hour. So it's moving pretty fast. Radar indicated rotation. So, like I said, now if you're in West Hickory, East Hickory, Little Hickory, Dawson Run, Wig Hill, Yellowhammer, Dawson Run, Jameson, Tionesta, you need to be in your shelters. This will be heading toward your area. So just a heads up on that. Be in your shelters. Maybe a little bit of rotation just near Rooseville or Rouseyville, however you say it. Maybe just a little bit of rotation right there. But other than that, I'm not seeing a whole lot of rotation right now. I'm just not seeing it. So, yeah, maybe just a little bit just near Rooseville. So, that is what we have on the board at this time. We also have this severe thunderstorm warning that they put out a little bit ago. That's going to be for 6-mile-per-hour winds near the Venango, Armstrong, Butler, and Clarion counties. So Eau Claire, Pennsylvania, Bruin, Hillards, Parker, Kitlinburg, Turnipole, Monroe. Keep an eye on this storm here, producing very strong wind gusts in the area. So there is that. Let's go back over here in Missouri and see what we have going on at the moment. So still have some strong hail in these storms down here. Looks like they did put a severe thunderstorm warning here a little bit ago into the Boot Heel, Missouri. Almost pretty close. Ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. If you guys have any pictures, if you guys are maybe chasing these storms or you live near these areas and you have pictures of the hail in your area, I think the email is ewvpics@gmail.com. I not 100% certain on that, but also if you have pictures, go to our I think we also have a Discord server. Like we said, go on our Discord. You'll be agreed by one of us, the admins. You can post your pictures on there if you'd like. So there's many ways you guys can submit reports so we can look at it and check it out. So just let us know. Let us know. So, like I said, we're still keeping an eye on this severe weather today in Arkansas, Texas. Let's see what's going on down here. Not seeing a whole lot. Maybe just south of Fort Stockton, but Texas is going to be pretty, uh, pretty quiet for a little while. So we'll keep an eye on that here. We do have some red flag warnings and some fire weather alerts, which is right near where the severe weather is, which is kind of weird in a way. You don't usually see that type of thing, so we're looking at that as well here. So, like I said, Tionesta, President, if you're near those areas, make sure you're in your shelter at this time. Tionesta is just about to get this rotation over their city, so Tionesta, if you're there, you need to be in your shelter at this time. Rochester getting this strong thunderstorm off the lake. I think that's Lake Superior, Lake Ontario. I think it's Lake Ontario. I'm 90% sure. I need to learn the Great Lakes again. I really do. But that is what we have for now, guys. We do have this storm here just to the south of Bennington, Vermont. That might go SVR, possibly. Let's see. Do they have a slight risk there today? I don't remember if they do. They have a marginal down there. So yeah, we could see a severe thunderstorm warning over here, just south of Bennington. Could be definitely a possibility. So if you're living there, keep a close eye on that. Let's see. Wow, tennis ball size hail in this storm in Missouri. Just wow. Tennis ball size hail in this storm here in Missouri. That is some pretty big hail coming down. Let's see if there's any like baseball or softball size hail. There's ping pong ball, there's quarter size, there's we have a tornado possible tag here in Pennsylvania. Oh yeah, it's this storm. Never mind. Thought there was another one that there was tornado possible, but it wasn't. I guess we can look at the flooding alerts. We have a observed flash flood warning here in northern Michigan right now near Standish and Aranac. This is a considerable flash flood warning. This is for central Aranac County in Michigan till midnight. They're removing reported debris resulting in rapid water rises along the Rifle River downstream of Omer. County management reporting rapid water rising. So if you're living near this, you need to evacuate immediately, get to higher ground. That area is going to be under that flash flood warning until midnight. So just a heads up on that. We do have some storms here just to the west of Gladwin in Michigan and also near Big Rapids. So more rain, unfortunately, for these areas here in Michigan. Unfortunately, up there in Michigan. So still keep an eye on that. Central Missouri. Still got some severe. Wow, these are moving northwest. You see that? That's wow. Those are moving to the northwest. This one might be severe thunderstorm warning soon. Keep an eye on that. And Paducah, your time to get into a place where your car won't be ruined is coming up soon because these storms are heading right to Paducah, Mountain City, La Center, near the airport here in Paducah. So just a heads up on that. This storm over here is keeping my attention just to the northeast of Cunningham, Kentucky. If you're near Cunningham, seen some decent hail in the area. Let's see what they're looking at here for this cell. 1-inch hail, so some core size hail in this supercell here just south of Lovelaceville. Coming into south of Reidland and south of St. John's. So keep an eye on that supercell there. That could go severe thunderstorm warning here in the distant future. And other than that, guys, I am not seeing a whole lot right now besides this tornado warning up here in Pennsylvania. So definitely keeping an eye on that. See what the rotation's looking like. little bit of range folding, so I guess we could use this radar here. So yeah, just west of Tionesta. This is going to be coming into also Jameson, Dawson Run, and Little Hickory very, very soon. So, like I said, if you live near those areas, make sure you're in your shelters. Don't wait for the sirens. Do not wait for those sirens because it could be down while the sirens are going off. We've seen this before, so just keep an eye on that. And yeah, let's see here. Is there anything going in Kansas today? Probably not. Yeah, nothing. Kansas is not getting anything right now. Tulsa. Okay, we got little storm here just west of Choctaw Nation in Oklahoma. This one we need to keep an eye on. This could be entering that convergence zone where this cumulus field is located. So, Choctaw Nation. I'd say once this gets near south of Poteau, this could be a severe thunderstorm warning, maybe even sooner than that, because this is entering into that severe thunderstorm watch that's in Arkansas. So, definitely keep a close eye on this storm just to the west of Choctaw Nation in Oklahoma. That one could go severe thunderstorm warned very, very quickly with the environment. This one also just to the north of Pindle and Marshall could go also severe thunderstorm warned just south of Flippin and Yellville. So, excuse me. Why does it say absurd? I'm kind of confused. Are they talking about the tornado warning? I'm guessing that's probably what they meant. So, yeah. Oh, so the person who lives in Puerto Rico, just a heads up, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but they just issued a flash flood warning down there in Puerto Rico near San Lorenzo and Las Paredes. Uh, so if you're near the area, just a heads up. There's also one here just north of Yabucoa. So keep an eye on those there. Raul, because you do have some, if you do live near these areas, keep an eye on them. You do have some flash flooding ongoing there in those areas. So just wanted to give you a heads up on that. So yeah, like I said, we're keeping an eye on these storms up here in Arkansas. Like I said, we have a lot of flooding going on. We have a lot of severe weather going on today, and I think I just saw a new SVR a little bit ago. Pennsylvania. Might be this one. Yeah, might be that. So, yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of rotation. I'm just not seeing it. This radar is a little bit far away, so it's kind of hard to tell if there is rotation because there's range folding on it. See that? Maybe a little bit right here, just to the north of Tonalista near Jameson. So if you're near Jameson, keep an eye. Oh, you know what? This could be it right here, just south of Stewart Run. So anywhere in this area from Stewart Run to Tionesta, keep a close eye. Dawson Run, Little Hickory, you're next. This is going to be heading towards your area very soon. So Dawson Run and Little Hickory. Keep a very, very, very close eye on this tornado warning. And they push the warning east. They have still in effect until 5:15 p.m. just near Tianesta in Pennsylvania here. So, Jameson, Tianesta be in your shelters. Also, Kaiser Corners and Star be in your shelters soon as well. Can't forget about those little cities there in Pennsylvania. Cannot forget about that. So, sorry guys, I was just looking at my alert screen here and see what we have going on. So that was the last severe thunderstorm warning there in Pennsylvania. So we are watching that very closely. So have these storms here coming into Paducah. Paducah, keep a close eye. They are now reporting, let's see, ping pong ball size hail in this severe thunderstorm warning coming right into Paducah. Right now, La Center needs to keep a close eye. There's a big hail core coming near Wycliffe very, very soon. So Wycliffe, La Center, and down there near Winford. You need to keep a very close eye on that. Kind of looks like it's, a little bit of bowing out a little bit of a bowing, supercell, a little bit of a kink there, but nothing too much besides that. This storm down here near Choctaw Nation is starting to get my attention. It is starting to get into that warm sector here. It already is now, so it's starting to get further into it. So we're gonna go live here for another 10 minutes, guys, and then we're going to get off because like I said, we have a lot of weather going on tomorrow. Oh, they just issued a New Mexico discussion here. So this is going to be for portions of western Texas for a possible watch, 40% chance. Isolated supercells capable of large hail and damaging wind possible throughout the afternoon and evening. So there you go. Portions of southwest Texas near Sanderson, Iran, Big Lake, Garden City, Sterling City, over near Midland, down near Del Rio and Brackettville. Keep a close eye on these little storms down here that are initiating just near the border. Those are going to be heading up to the northeast. So Texas, keep a close eye. And this year, 40% chance of an issuance. This one came out also um, quite a while. Well, not quite a while. This came out about a few minutes ago. 40% chance of a watch here. Damaging gusts and a couple of damaging gusts in the next couple of hours. Not particularly favorable for severe. So, okay, so they just let that tornado warning expire. So, tornado warning now off the board at this time. Definitely good to know. So, still watching these storms here as they get into Bennington and just north of Dorset in Vermont. And we also have the storm just coming into the New York state vicinity. This one looks interesting. Let's look at the velocity on that. Maybe a little bit down there, but that was coming in probably near Oswego and New Haven. So keep a close eye on those storms over there. And then we have this complex of severe weather here, or possible severe weather down here near Michigan and Indiana. So those areas need to keep a close eye as well. Still. Let's see if I have any new alerts. Oh, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for the National Weather Service in Memphis. Let's see where this is at. Let's see. Is it? No, it's Pennsylvania. There we go. Okay, so it's this one that's coming into Hickman in. Is that Tennessee? No, it's Kentucky. This is gonna be near Risco, west of New Madrid. Um, Also north of Clarkton, near Campbell. And they're looking at ping pong ball size hail and 6 mile per hour gusts. Is going to be in southwestern New Madrid County, southeastern Ripley, southern Butler, and southeastern Starr counties until 4:30 p.m. near Neelyville. So, seeing a lot of severe weather pop up here. This is looking interesting. This little area here could have some rotation just to the west of Hickoria. You can see that just near Hickory. This might be a hail spike also, so we'll have to see once it gets closer, but could definitely see some rotation also just near the Hickoria and Walnut Grove area in Arkansas. This storm here just north Pocahontas just showed up out of nowhere. That one looks like it could go too. So we are keeping an eye on the sky. Yeah, this one over here isn't looking as good. This one looked a little better before, so still trying to get its act together here, guys. Still trying to get its act together. So that's all we got for now, severe weather-wise. Let's take a look at what else is going on. Minnesota, we got some fire conditions here. Temperatures around 8 degrees. So if you live in parts of Minnesota here, just be wary of that. There's also a red flag warning in the western portions, also into South Dakota and Nebraska. We also have freeze watches next to red flag warnings in Nebraska and Kansas. What? That does not make any sense, but I guess it kind of does at the same time. So we also have a little bit of a storms up here near oh no, they're just winds. Never mind. I thought those were storms. I was like, wait, severe weather in Utah. There's no way. Dew points are way too low, but got some snow maybe up there. So yeah. And then down here where me and Joey live, I mean, it's just been every day fire danger. You know, it's just been so dry. North Carolina can't catch a break. It has been so dry here on the eastern portions of the U.S., all the way from Pennsylvania all the way down to Georgia and Florida. Florida actually had some fires going on, some brush fires near my area here in Tampa. So luckily, nothing too bad where I'm at yet. But I mean, let's just look at the precipitation outlooks. I mean, we're not supposed to get rain for quite a while, is what I was seeing the other day. So precipitation the next week or so. I mean, this is some good news. Okay, maybe some precipitation coming in the next week or so. That would be something nice. Even like Mississippi, Louisiana, this is definitely some good news if it verifies. And then drier conditions out to the northeast and to the northwest. Into the next 2 weeks, again, favorable conditions for above average precipitation, which is definitely needed here in the southeast. So hopefully this does verify. And then into the next month here, getting dry again. So hopefully we do get some good precipitation into the southeast and into the Dixie Alley, because we are starved for rain here. Starved to rain. It is very bad. The drought. I can actually show you guys the drought monitor really fast before we get back to severe weather. So here's our drought monitor. I mean, you can see portions of the panhandle of Florida up into southeastern Georgia under a exceptional drought level D4. Where I live here in Brandon, actually, wow, we're down to a severe instead of an extreme. That's good news. I thought we were still on the extreme. Severe is way better than that. But even, down here in your Palm River, East Lake, Tampa, they are still in an extreme drought. A little bit of a pocket here of just severe drought here near south of Wakulla. Near Zolfo Springs. And then down here near Miami, they're under a abnormally dry or moderate drought, so good for them. They're getting some precipitation. And then up here near the Panhandle, still ongoing drought conditions, as you can see. So definitely not a good thing. One good thing, though, is here where we have exceptional drought, they are getting some rain. That's why I said this is a good thing that we are getting some severe weather today for the rain aspect, not so much the severe weather aspect. They do definitely need the rain. I mean, if you look up here, they these guys up here in Minnesota, Wisconsin, they do not need the rain. We could use some of that rain over there. Nebraska, Colorado, Utah, California is starting to get their retreat in dry weather up here. They had no drought a few months ago. Now they're starting to get drought back again. So just something to keep an eye on there over there in California. All right, so let's get back to our severe weather here. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning just near Paducah, Kentucky. Let's take a look here. So yeah, this is going to include the city of Paducah. Paducah, you are now in a severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be in southern Massac County in Illinois, south central Pope County in Illinois, southwestern Livingston County in Kentucky, northeastern Ballard County in Kentucky, and McCracken County in Kentucky till 5 o'clock this evening. La Center, you're going to be in this. 6-mile-per-hour winds and $1 size hail. So keep an eye on this. You do have some storms in front of this little complex that are kind of also coming through your area right now. But the big story here is this, kind of like a line almost. The storm's coming in. So Paducah, keep a very close eye. Seeing a little bit of rotation. Nothing too concerning though. So looks like it's going to be just a lot of rain here in Paducah. So Paducah, Kentucky, definitely keep a close eye on that. Up here in Indiana, could see some rain too. Nothing too crazy. Still at least some thunderstorm warnings up here in Missouri, in central Missouri. Right here. So that's not good because we have flood warnings outside of that. So definitely not a good thing to see that, but it is good to see the rain coming down into Arkansas because they do need the rain very badly here. So let's see. Anything going on right now? Those storms are kind of not doing well. The storm in Yellville is not doing much, but these storms up here in northeastern Arkansas are rocking right now. Hail and rain. These storms in Texas starting to get their act together here. We have some storms just south of Fort Stockton that are starting to look a little bit better, but not quite just yet. But you can see a little bit of hail right here just south of Fort Stockton. So if you live in Fort Stockton, Texas, just keep an eye on that. Also down here near Marathon, Texas. So, but other than that, guys, I'm not seeing a whole lot going on for right now, at least. Things are supposed to get more intense as we get up here in New York later on tonight. So, I think I'm going to end the live stream here. Thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to see more of our content, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends and family. We appreciate you all coming in today and listening and watching live. I just want to do a quick live stream today just to kind of go over tomorrow's severe weather. And we'll go over that again just in case people are just joining. And again, we have a severe possible outbreak, not going to say it yet, of severe weather tomorrow across portions of Oklahoma, Missouri, Illinois, Wisconsin, and Iowa. So, hope you guys have a great day. Thank you again. We will see you all tomorrow. We'll have another live stream probably tomorrow evening with Joey and everybody else that's coming in. So, have a good night. Stay safe. Have multiple ways to receive alerts today in the warning areas that you're in. And we will see you on the next one. I'm Rob. And remember to experience the extreme with EWV. Have a good day.